How big of a deal is to see Ford pull its guidance? I don't think it was a complete shock. A lot of people knew that the automakers were facing a lot of pressure, but how big of a deal is it for this automaker?
Well, this is the best it's probably going to be, right? Ford is among the best U.S. automakers positioned, among the best global automakers positioned to deal with this here because so much of their vehicles are built here in the States. GM has more vehicles built outside. So if anybody's going to have kind of a rosier outlook, it was going to be Ford. Yet they still are struggling to figure out where things are going. Some of that commentary on the call about the supplier community, about what kind of pressures and disruptions might be there, was a little nerve-wracking, I think. They don't know what's going to happen, and their suppliers are under pressure, which could cause more disruptions down the road. As we always talk about, it could just take one part to undo a huge production plan.
John, coming over to you, you're looking at Ford in a bit of a different lens. You're looking at some of the pressures some of their investments on green vehicles and electric vehicles could put on the company in the near term. Kind of explain it to us. The Mach-E, that was one of the vehicles that was really highlighted in that wall that we were talking about, facing additional costs from tariffs. So as we look at Ford's investments, how's that going to impact the company's ability to be profitable and also manage its supply chain during this disruption?
Yeah, Frank, first we got to understand that Ford's Mexico strategy and its EV strategy and its cheap vehicle strategy that's not EV is all located in Mexico. So the 20% that they do make in Mexico or Canada is the Mach-E, and that is, the Model Y counterpart that they make out of down in Mexico City Metro. And they also up in Hermosillo, they make two models you may not know about, the Ford Bronco Sport, which is a subcompact, Bronco, which is $25,000 what the employee pricing right now, or the Ford Maverick, which is a compact truck, which is also $25,000. So the third part of Ford's Mexico strategy is an engine plant up in the north in Chihuahua, which they obviously ship into the Midwest or to Tennessee or even to Canada to supplement their trucks and the other lines that are still ICE vehicles. So in general, since 2020, when they retransitioned the Hermosillo plant towards these subcompacts and the Mach-E out of Mexico City, they are trying to bring the prices down on their leading vehicles and open new markets for cheaper vehicles that they really need to put into their portfolio, the product portfolio in the United States. So it's just not helpful for the 5-year strategy they've been implementing to do this in 2025. And I think that's the main problem here is the president is not understanding that they implemented all these projects and products in Mexico in 2020, 2021, and they already got hit with a 20% supply chain increase because of COVID, and they already lost 20% of the unit volumes because of that price increase.
So a lot of headwinds, basically.
20% of them is just totally unhelpful and totally unwelcome.
Right. So just a lot of headwinds in general. Tim, coming back to you, you're saying that the second half of the year is going to be messy. The first half of the year has been quite messy already. I want to show the audience that wall of the tariff impact on different segments of vehicle. In your mind, as we look at this messy second half, what segment is the least impacted by this increase? Again, we're showing it right now for people who are just listening. If you look at an Explorer, a Camry, or a Civic, it's about $2,000 to $3,000. If you look at an X3 BMW or a Pacifica, it's like $4,000 to $8,000, and then higher end, a G-Wagon or a Range Rover, it's like anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000.
That's an interesting question because you see those huge eye-popping numbers on the G-Wagon. Well, the G-Wagon costs more than $100,000, right? So if you're a consumer buying at that end, can you afford that? Arguably, perhaps, maybe. But here in the States, as we were just kind of talking about earlier here, the affordability of cars in the U.S. has become much more difficult in the new car market since COVID, as automakers had to deal with the supply chain shocks in the past. When you listen to the Ford call yesterday, there is concerns about kind of where the consumer is going to be. Ford kind of projecting that they think industry-wide pricing could go up 1%, 1.5%. Where that kind of goes, which kind of segment, yet to be seen. They think they might have the possibility of being well positioned to potentially get some share of the market profitably because they're so well positioned with their inventory and some key parts of the market. So there's an opportunity, but also a lot of huge risk here, right?
Okay. Tim, I want to ask you one quick question, then we're going to give John the last word. We're going to ask you guys the same question, if you don't mind. We know that the White House and China are talking right now. So assuming that 10% across the board tariff stays in place, what level of tariff when it comes to China will take a lot of this pressure off the automakers?
Too early to say, because I think you got the other issues of where the tariff package in general comes. There's this concern about stacking, and then also where tax is going to be and where the EV incentive is going to be. So overall, I think the companies are looking for consistency and also kind of big picture details as well.
So, John, same question. I don't expect you to have a number, but just kind of a thought here. Again, assuming the 10% across the board tariffs stay in place, where do we need to get the China tariffs at just to take pressure off of these automakers?
It's a great question, Frank. I mean, 145% is inbound customs tariffs from China. The thing you need to understand is Ford has licensed the Mach-E to a Chinese vehicle production company in Shanghai, China. So they are trying to import the Mach-E, next generation EV into China, and the licensing of next generation batteries and next generation things from BYD in terms of charging would be very welcome to have on a Ford platform. So you got to wonder if 145 to 10. I don't know. I mean, the way Navarro works this, I can't imagine getting below 100 because of the way he thinks. But it has to come with non-tariff negotiations that actually see China as a partner in the battery, next generation, and in the plug-in charging next generations. They have a lot of the most advanced technology, and Ford does have a platform in China now to leverage that.